Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host Tone Vase. This is gonna have to be a very quick episode. I have to rush to Wall Street in order to teach the workshop, which starts at 10 a.m. But I got to get there early and I got to set up and everything. So I'm gonna try and make this quick. I had trouble logging into my YouTube account this morning. I have no idea what the hell was happening. I wanted to bring you this video like 20 minutes ago, but it just had major login issues. Let me. Uh, so now everything is like resetting. All right, let's do it. Let's go straight to screen share. Last night was fun. Last night was like one of the first events here for the pre-consensus. It was good. All right, let's go take a look at the price. Like I saw that the price was popping on my phone, but I wasn't like anywhere near the charts, and I came home a little too late, so there was no video. All right, tonevase.com, public calendar. All right, here I will be speaking. If you look at this, so I will be speaking at a meetup Monday night. I'm actually speaking on the same panel as Ian Belima. This is so it will be a lot of fun. So those of you that are around, you can click on this link. It will be a meetup Monday night. Those were the only events that asked me to speak. It was Blockchain Economic Forum, where I spoke on Thursday, and Ian Belima asked me to speak at his meetup, so I said sure. So those are my only speaking engagements this week. But I am around, and I'm gonna try to do something on Thursday. So keep an eye out for that. Keep an eye out on my Twitter and my calendar. We'll get it up there soon. Anyway, that's the calendar. Workshops. Just a few seats left in New York. Well, it's still a little too late to register. It starts in a few hours, and there was homework, so a little late. But the next one is a webinar. It's a webinar teaching you the TD sequential. After that, I'm in Amsterdam, Berlin, Dallas, and Intro to Trading on Demand. There it is. Okay. You guys know if you want to support, go to affiliates. All right, let's look at the price. The monthly is hitting the underside of this trend line. Now, that is actually something a little on the newer side, right? Because this very first trend line that was supporting the price never even touched it, never got to its high. This second trend line that was supporting the price all throughout 2012, the price eventually touched that trend line at the very peak of the 2017 bull market. This current trend line, we're approaching this trend line and we've already kind of touched it. So that's a little bit different. That's a little bit new. And let's see how this month finishes. The month has just started, or actually the month is halfway through. And let's see how this month finishes. It would be very interesting if we can get above this trend line. That could set off basically another big bubble and an exponential run in Bitcoin. But the smaller time frames will be more interesting today. Here's the weekly chart that updates daily. This is still, obviously, we've gone way past my bull trap. We've gone way past the moving averages. And you can see how the moving averages are starting to slow down in their deceleration. That is a good sign. Here is the live updating weekly chart. Bitcoin went past 6,800. We hit a high of, we hit a high of 69.64. I didn't even know that. Thought the high was 68. I had no idea. It went all the way up to 69.64 on stamp. Nice. So we're all the way up to, we hit 7,000. And let's see how this week finishes. We still have one more day. And like I said, if this 5 candle is a really big candle, it's going to be a little challenging getting over to that 9. It'll be a little bit challenging getting over to that 9 right after. Now, the weekly chart, according to sequential, remains bullish. The weekly chart, according to sequential, went bullish, unfortunately, the week of the big Bitfinex announcement that they're in major legal trouble. but market rallied. Then we had the Binance hack. So a lot of people are trying to say that the Binance hack has locked up a lot of Bitcoin and people can't withdraw their Bitcoin. And now people are kind of panicking because they can't withdraw any money. So they're kind of hoarding Bitcoin. That may be true. And that's fine. Oh, I should check my audio because I had to restart my computer. No, I'm okay. Looks good. So, like I said yesterday, the daily chart remains bullish. The daily chart is on a 4 of 9 in the setup phase. It's on a, I'm on the sequential, right? It's on a 10 of 13 sequential. There was a 13 here, and then the count resets from this 9. So it's on a 10 of 13 sequential. So the sequential could come in 3 days, but then there is another sequential coming from this 9. So this just keeps rolling over as it stays bullish. So the daily is on a bullish count. The daily count went bullish on a green 2 above a green 1 above a 9, the same way it did in the weekly. Now, I was a little bit hesitant, but hey, every trader is their own. I am waiting for the pullback, and I'll wait for the pullback. And if the pullback doesn't come, then I don't have a clean trade. And for me, that's okay, because like I've told you guys all throughout the bear market and been made fun of throughout the bear market, Bitcoin is too unpredictable, and I hodl my Bitcoin. And I try to analyze the price as unbiased as I can. It's your opinion whether I am or I am not biased. I will also tell you that I am very happy to sell some Bitcoin at these prices, way happier than I was, because I thought I was going to be selling Bitcoin at 5,000, and now I get to sell Bitcoin close to 7 when everybody gets into town. Oh, Tyler's here. Hey, Tyler, or maybe Leah.
Okay, not Tyler.
Wait, oh, I don't have my audio turned on.
Can you hear me?
We have Leah. Hi, Leah.
Hey. Okay, I hope I'm not on the screen.
Or maybe Leah.
Okay, I have your YouTube, so I'm looking at your live chat. And yes, if I could say congrats to Philby. He did win last night, obviously. Although, yeah, well, he.
The full speaker.
You can't hear me? You can't hear me, Ton? Still? Can't hear me? Still can't? I hope I'm not still like, I don't know, people can see me though.
I'm connected.
Okay.
But I don't know with my.
Okay.
Oh, gotcha. Got it.
Oh, okay. People can hear me.
Yeah. Well, yeah. People could hear you. I couldn't hear you.
Oh, okay. Yes, although it is nice to see as strong as bull. So, but yep. But kudos to you, Philby, for sure. You know, great job on that. Epic steak dinner last night, by the way. But I'll let you continue, and I am looking for your live chat for you.
Oh, who was there? Who was at the steak dinner?
All the speakers from today. So it was really interesting.
Oh yeah, MCC. Yeah, see, I'm not going to that, so I wasn't at the dinner.
I know. Rudolph and I pounded a stupid amount of tomahawks. I mean, like it's. I feel in pain today, but yeah. But I'll definitely see you later tonight, Tone.
Yeah.
And okay, I'm looking at your live chat.
All right, awesome. Yeah, I got about like maybe 5 to 10 more minutes because I gotta go teach the workshop.
Cool. You did get a tip. All right, let's see it.
All right, so the 12-hour chart did top on a 9, and so that went all the way up, and it hit just under 7,000. And right now you're on a little bit of a pullback. That was a 9 combo 13 top on a 12-hour. I would take this, somewhat seriously. We've already pulled back a few $100. Now, again, because the daily.
Tone, you're not on screen share, by the way.
Oh, I'm not? Oh,
no.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. Thank you. Right. So there it is. So because the daily is still bullish and the weekly is still bullish, according to sequential for some more time, the 12-hour should only be a 1 to 4 candle correction, and then probably higher into another countdown phase. And we're already in the middle of a countdown phase. But the 12-hour did top on a 913. So as a short-term trader, though it would have been hard to time because you have a long 12 hours, and in that 12 hours, Bitcoin went up $500, but right at 7,000, it hit some resistance. Now, actually, the daily moving averages, oh, I turned those off. Let's see what they look like. So the daily moving averages, so the 50 is now rising pretty nicely. That one is the purple is the 128. I mean, we're way above the moving averages. Like, we need a pullback. I personally would not chase this. I am actually looking to sell this. I'm not going to short. Shorting is just shorting. Guessing on a short is just silly. I need a good environment. Like, that was a shortable 9, but it didn't go all the way down. This was also a shortable 9, but you get out of it very quickly because you realize that your trade is not working in your direction. The 12-hour, 1 to 4 candle correction, and then probably higher. The 4-hour, what does that look like? Oh, the 4-hour is also a 9. Like I said yesterday, the 4-hour might line up with the 12-hour. Would have been nice if that was the 9 candle. So the 4-hour is already in the middle of its 1 to 4 candle correction, and then probably higher. And the 1-hour is, oh wow, look at that. The 1-hour gave you a beautiful top. So the 1-hour, the 4-hour, and the 12-hour were all lined up. And this is another reason why I really like trading the sequential, because your lower level time frames lined up nicely right here, just like they lined up over here. And this trade is still a short. And once you break the setup trend line, and once you break these lows on the 1-hour chart. Oh,
so,
wait.
You know you're on Tron?
Yeah, now I'm on Tron. Never mind. I have to close that. That was from yesterday. I thought it was the 1-hour Bitcoin chart, because that's how I normally have it in order. Yeah, I'll leave it. There we go. This is the 1-hour Bitcoin chart. Well, Tron was looking good. I was like, hey, where are my candles to the left? So here is the 1-hour Bitcoin chart, which did top on a 9, but that 9 instantly flipped. And yeah, I wasn't even looking at the scales. I just looked at the candles. And yeah, so the 1-hour, that is a reversal candle. That was a 9. So the 1-hour was in line with the 4, was in line with the 12, but the higher level time frames are still bullish. So I'm only looking for a 1 to 4 candle correction on the lower level time frame, sub daily, and then probably higher. Markets haven't started. Oh, today's Saturday, so markets aren't trading. This is Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance is on a green 2 above a green 1, so Bitcoin dominance is looking good for more upside. That's about it. I don't know if I want to wait for all this to load. We have anything from the live chat?
Yep, you got a tip from Dan. According to Willy Woo's latest tweet, a short squeeze on this would mean whales taking profit. What is a realistic amount?
I have no idea. How do I know what the realistic amount of profit the whales are going to take? All I know is I am looking to sell Bitcoin at these prices. That's all I know. I have no idea what whales are thinking. But yeah, so with the short squeeze stuff, let me see the funding rates. Like, because of trouble with the exchanges, it's a really weird environment. I currently still don't trust the environment. What am I looking for here? Is it this chart? Wait for everything to load. Yeah, there it is. Right, so the BitMEX funding rate is still insanely negative, right? And that's been working well for the price of Bitcoin going higher, because for some reason everyone is short. I don't know why everyone is short, I don't know why people would be short Bitcoin as it's rising, but it looks like shorts are starting to deleverage on Bitfinex. Longs are starting to leverage up. And let's see if the BitMax funding rate also flips, and that could set off a nice reversal. So we'll see. I keep comparing this environment to the 2015 environment, and it's starting to look, it's starting to look more and more like the $3,000 low was the January low, and the January low doubled in price from 150 to 300. And then right here, we went from under 200 on other exchanges all the way to 500. So this was more than a doubling. This was like a 2x. This was over 2x. So it could be one of these or one of these. All I'm saying is when the price rises this high too fast, this is why you're supposed to have some Bitcoin, at least I did, and now I'm looking to take some profit on that, on my HODL position actually, and then I'm gonna pick up a new HODL position at next best opportunity, because there's always a pullback. There will always be a pullback. Even in 2017, on the big run up, look how many pullbacks we had of 30 to 40%, and one is always coming.
Another question?
Yep, let's do it.
Do you want to keep on the chart? Someone asked for the 3-hour time frame. Otherwise, there's more high-level questions.
I guess I've never really looked at the 3-hour time frame.
Live chatter saying it aligns quite well.
Not really, not to me. 3 hours or 3 days?
3-hour.
3 hour. I mean, we had a giant shooting star reversal candle, but we're still, on a 7 of 9 sequential. 7 of 9 setup and 10 of 13 sequential. So, I mean, the 3 hours still bullish.
Zizo asked, if Binance announces the withdrawals, how do you think this is going to impact the price?
Good question. If I think if Binance announces, well, the withdrawals of what? Bitcoin? Well, does Binance withdraw cash or no? Only Bitcoin. So I don't know. It's a good question. If Binance announces withdrawals, people are probably going to take the Bitcoin out and hoard the Bitcoin for a little bit, and they're going to get so that's actually bullish as well. Like right now, everything is bullish on that side, on this havoc side. But remember, this isn't. This could kick off the big bull market, but it doesn't have to. Usually, like trouble with exchanges tend to unwind. So all of the noobs that are buying into Bitcoin now, if prices start to drop, down to 6, down to 5, those people might panic. Those that took their Bitcoin off of Binance will not get a chance to sell. We gotta wait for this Tether news to clear, and I'm still waiting for a third shoe to drop. Bitfinex was 1, Binance was 2. I'm waiting for 3 because this shit usually comes in 3s. So I'm waiting for what else is gonna happen on the exchange front.
What's a realistic and a high percentage pullback to from here?
Back to 4,000. I mean, that's still realistic, even in the height of the bull market. Like I said, or is it even in the height of the bull market? Right here, we're already in a bull market. So here's a pullback from 700 down to 450. Right, that's about 40%. Here we went from 980 down to 750. That's about 25%. Here's 1300 down to below 900. That's a good 33%. 3,000 to 18. That's a good 40%. 5,000 down to 3,000. That's what, 40% again. So we've had during the bull market, and here's 7,000, 7,500 down to 54. that's like another 33%. So 33 to 40%. So in 2 years, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We had 6 30 to 40, 30 to 50% corrections in the middle of the straight up bull market. So that's perfectly reasonable. So you got to look at a reasonable pullback between 33 and 40% whenever this thing tops. So 40% from 7,000, that's down to about 4.2. So right now, if we top sometime this week, a reasonable correction would be back to 5,000 or 4,200.
Okay, looks like potentially last question. And by the way, for live chat, I am an epic cooker. I do cook really well. I don't think that's going to be my career right now, but I really am good at cooking, and so is Tone. Okay, regarding the time analysis in comparison to prior cycles, what if the bull from December 2017 is similar to the bull market for 2013? So are we in a longer in comparison bear that led to the bull of December?
That's a good question. See, the thing is, I don't think the massive ICO craziness is going to happen. And like I said, the next bull market needs to have Bitcoin separating from the shit coins. And is that still happening? I have to denominate this in Bitcoin. Is Bitcoin continuing to separate from the shit coins? And if it does, that could be the driver of Bitcoin, right? So the Bitcoin bull run can certainly be bigger because people are going to exit the scam coins and pile into Bitcoin, which is going to be awesome for Bitcoin, but bad for everything else. So it depends on your perspective. Are you a Bitcoin fan or are you a crypto fan? Let me see here. Come on. This thing takes forever to load. So it could go either way. It really could. I think this bull market is starting a little too soon, and it's going to lead, it's not going to be sustainable. It's going to lead to another bubble. It's going to lead to another massive bubble, like what happened in 2017. You want this to be more orderly. You want this to be more sustainable. And if we reverse here, oh, yeah, this page has too much data now. If we reverse here, I don't think it's going to be a sustainable uptrend. It's going to be another stupid bubble, you know, with people piling into something they don't understand, and potentially that could be shitcoins. I hope it's not.
Okay, I think last one, and then I think you should go teach Eager Minds.
Look, in the last 24 hours, right, Bitcoin continues to dominate the shitcoins. So that's a good sign. In the last hour, it's not, but in the last 24 hours, and especially in the last 7 days, I mean, look at the IOTA scam. I mean, it's down 15% against Bitcoin, and they're the ones that were all over the news that they're working with, I don't know, some companies. Dash down 13% versus Bitcoin. So this needs to be XRP 11. So this needs to be more of, right? Like this in a, like actually, I wish I could go back more than 7 days. I mean, these things need to be down like 60, 70%. Like, you know, like Binance Coin, look, down 27%, but that's because, you know, their exchange got hacked. Stellar down 19%. Cardano down 18%. I mean, that's nowhere near. I mean, these things are garbage. They're complete and utter garbage. They're totally useless. They're not secure. They're a total waste of time. So, like Tyler and I have been saying, we need this, like whatever the hell the basic attention token, the scam of the browser, that's down 30%. This is my favorite sign of the bear market, of the fact that the bull market is ready to start.
Wow. And regarding Binance, thanks, Zizo. Yeah, nobody can withdraw anything on Binance. At least that's what Zizo's saying with and actually sent the Binance security update as of yesterday. That is pretty bananas. Okay, here's your last one. Now that 6,000 resistance has been broken, do you think it turned into the strong support?
Not yet. That's a very good question. So that's a very good question. So the answer is not yet. we need to go sufficiently higher for 6,000 to be strong support. And by sufficiently higher, we probably need to break 9,000. So right now, 4,000 became pretty strong support because we've gone sufficiently higher above 4,000. 5,000, which was never really strong support before, maybe strong support, we've gone sufficiently higher. So we're not high enough yet above 6,000 for 6,000 to be strong support. Now, the advantage is that if we come back to 6,000, not only is, well, actually the moving averages are way below. Yeah, so 6,000 is not strong support because we're not yet high enough above it. I mean, we can be below 6,000 by end of day today. And because it needs time. 6,000, we need to be sufficiently higher in time and a little bit longer in price beforehand.
All right. Questions are repeating themselves or you answered them earlier. And go teach Eager Minds. You do have your workshop today, right?
Yes, I'm almost late, so I have to get there now. I'm going to end screen share so we can wave goodbye to Leah.
This is my favorite. Does everyone notice this is Tone's wave? Just to make
I do it on purpose now.
Okay, good. Oh, wait, you got a last tip. It's for the Hill. Okay.
I got it. Tone, Democrats are pushing for a bill to ban crypto. Democrats push for every bill that takes away your privacy and your money, and they don't want you doing anything. But will this affect the trend of future of Bitcoin? No, absolutely not. Though then again, if the Democrats are going to be successful because Trump's going to win again. If the Democrats manage to pass a bill to ban crypto, this will cripple the price of Bitcoin, but it will not kill Bitcoin. Because think about it, right? Everyone keeps screaming about how Wall Street is getting in, backed, and Fidelity, and all these hedge funds. If Democrats ban Bitcoin, you do realize that not a single financial American institution will be able to touch Bitcoin. Backed is done, Fidelity is done. All of these hedge funds will be forced to immediately sell all of their Bitcoin. Tim Draper will be forced to sell the Bitcoin unless he wants to renounce his U.S. citizenship. Novogratz would have to immediately sell the Bitcoin unless him and his fund and everyone that works there want to announce their U.S. citizenship. Basically, every single massive holder will be forced to sell the Bitcoin. Bitcoin price can drop like 70, 80, 90% if the U.S. government actually bans Bitcoin. I don't think they're going to do it. I don't think they can do it. But if they do, remember, Coinbase, done, shut down. Gemini, done, shut down, right? Done. So no, this is not going to happen. But if it does happen, it will have a catastrophic crash in the price of Bitcoin. So, and I will be, well, I'm not going to say what I'm going to do, but they could guess. I will, and we will talk to you all.
Can I say one last comment? Sorry. For everybody who likes to lump Democrats and Republicans together, I do think that they should look at tweets from other Democrats that actually have been pro-crypto, even making fun of Sherman after yesterday. So it is pretty tough, guys. I think that that's kind of a blanket statement, but I will stop speaking. Everybody, have fun. Tone, maybe a steak later today. I have your shirt. And go teach Eager Minds. Thanks for having me.
Talk to you later.
Bye, everybody.